All these posts flying around saying, put gift, put loan, put disbursement, put in transfer narration, put my father's money, my mother's allowance. We not save you from tax in 2026. Let me repeat it slowly. Narration does not protect you. Narration is not proof. Sit down. Let me explain why. I've been seeing many posts online telling people, if you want to send me money, just put gift, put loan, put support, put disbursement. I laugh in Onitsha. Let me say this clearly and honestly. The Nigerian Revenue Service is not taxing you based on narration. They are not even paying attention to it. The system watches your inflow. Imagine this, for years, the total money entering your account is about 1 million naira per year. Suddenly, from nowhere, 1 billion naira starts entering your account in 1 year. Not once, maybe 4 times in a year. Sure, you be in jail. Each time you write gift as narration. Let me ask you a simple question. Do you honestly think the system will say, oh, he wrote gift, let us ignore it? No, man, because anyone can type anything. What matters is this, pattern and volume. Let me also be honest with you. If a large amount enters your account suddenly, banks flag it. Reports are filed. Questions are asked. Sometimes other agencies are notified, e.g., EFCC. So this idea that just put gift and relax is dangerous advice, my brother. Hey, Yinka, does this mean gifts are taxed? See, no. Gifts can be taxed, exempt. But here is the difference. You must prove it as a gift, not by narration, but by evidence. Narration is for you, not the tax man. For example, you open your statement and see 50,000 naira transport to my 12 market. Immediately, you remember what it was for. You can find it in your record. Narration is not a tax strategy. Narration is not a loophole. Narration is not evidence. It's just a note to yourself. What protects you is this. 1, structure. 2, record. 3, consistency. And 4, honesty. Stop looking for shortcuts. If you go on shortcuts, you will cut your life short. Start building structures. The system is no longer emotional. It is digital. Knowledge saves money. Save this post. Save this broadcast and share with people. Thank you.
Nigerians have the tendency to exploit a loophole and turn that loophole into a gaping crater. Yeah. Like you said, the whole idea of descriptions and narrations is for you. It's in any way, it's for you to be able to have a better tax planning. So I think I did this advocacy last year in December, where I talked about the need for Nigerians to be taught about tax planning and tax optimization. So so that's where the idea came from. It's just for you to know that whatever flows into your account, you can categorize it and in the event where there's a tax audit, which is very unlikely, because
they're too small in the grand scheme of things.
There's no tax authority in the world that has the resources to audit every taxpayer. They don't. So what they do is that they take a sample, and usually that sample will be the highest, the highest income earners. Yeah, so the idea that, okay, all I need to do is change all the narration. So you have Nigerians who are saying everything in your account, you just turn it to gift and donations and everything. Be that as it may, I'm quite happy that there's been a lot of conversation around tax in Nigeria over the last 1 month, mainly because of the implementation of the new tax law. In the first place, let's even change that word new tax law. Because in reality, there's nothing in that tax that it was not there before. Yeah. Essentially, what they've done is to just make it a lot efficient to administer that tax. Efficiently, and made it easier to pull people into the tax net, and then the process of tax administration in itself. So the fact that Nigerians are just waking up right now to, this tax, it's always been there, okay? But now you have a system where they're not just saying it is there, now they will get to you because they're using technology, they're using digital assets, they're using AI, they are using all the information linked by your NIN by your BVN and all the information that you provide to be able to create a tax profile of every single Nigerian taxpayer.
There is a lot of misinformation, a lot of information gap regarding the new tax law. And this is not even a government thing. It's beyond the government not communicating, because there has been a lot of stakeholders engagement, a lot of town halls, a lot of press releases, media briefs, and all of that regarding it. It is also a citizen responsibility. Like, a lot of people are just becoming aware that there is something called tax, and we are all meant to pay it as far as we are within above a certain income limit. But if you like, put gifts. If you like, put my grandmother's father's burial. The moment we get into the AI-powered audits, you can't, they wouldn't miss out on you, because what it tracks is trends. Yeah. You know, as far as there is an upward spike, it will be investigated. And this is even beyond taxation, like Yinka said, you know, like you also shared in your advocacy. As far as there is an upward tick, alerts are sent out, you know, you get flagged, you know, by different organizations. One thing people need to realize that tax exemption is not based on narration. It is based on proof. So if you're seeking rent relief, you have to provide proof that you actually paid rent. Yeah. If you're seeking life insurance relief, you have to show proof that you actually paid life insurance. So your narration can't save you. It's just proof at the end of the day. This is where the money came from. This is what it was just for.
Someone like me, I like credible sources of information, because indeed that has gone viral, this narration thing everywhere. Just put narration. In fact, even in our little business, our WhatsApp group, you guys will put it in capital letter. You know, it's everywhere. So it's important that we know where to get information that is credible. Yeah. Where should people be going for information? I think I have questions actually now. Who are the people that are being taxed? Because is it the few businesses that are in Ikoyi and the Magudu that they are taxing? Or is it the Agberu or the person that is selling bread? How are we going to track all those sort of things? I always feel as if sometimes when we have these things, we are picking on just a few. Those are my thoughts. A few people to pay the taxes, because education is not even there for people to even understand what to do, how to do. It's not there. People struggle. So who are all these things they're talking about, who are they for? Because I was looking online trying to do some research, and a lot of Nigerians, I don't know the percentage, don't actually, they survive by daily earnings, what they eat. So how do you tax that? Some of them is just cash, you know. So how does it work? I don't know. You know, you guys are the tax. How do we prove it? You said structure. You talked about structure, and I understand structure. But again, it's always this, in my opinion, these few businesses that are structured, that they pick on. How does the everyday person that is just, you know, the hawkers, how are they being
our government claims that
what's their structure like? If they're going to audit them, what is it going to be like? I don't know how that's going to be. If I go to mile 12 and I want to put a narration, mile 12 market, tomatoes, and I go there, they're going to give me a receipt so that I can prove it when I'm being audited. In fact, the people that are even doing it are the ones I feel are bullied the most. Go to the market, you see women selling gold there now, moving millions. I mean,
yeah, and those are the people.
How do they catch those?
Those are the people that they're actually trying to target.
Yeah, but they're moving cash.
Yeah, they are. And so the process is to get them digitalized. A lot of those people, you're saying, if you go to pay them, they don't necessarily carry cash. They'll give an account. There are a lot of landlords in Lagos, for instance, who collect millions in rent. We're talking about that, you know, millions in rent, and they don't pay anything, all right, because they're not captured. In this system, they won't escape.
They can't escape it.
They can't escape it. So there's a whole lot.
The people can afford it. How about the others that can't afford it?
They don't need to pay tax. So that's why we have to say that. I think the lesson that we have to spread out is that there's tax avoidance and there's tax evasion. Tax avoidance is legal. But the way for you to legally avoid tax is for you to be tax compliant.
But just to add, I mean, I'm not taking away anything from your advocacy, because I saw all those interesting broadcasts going around and screenshots, and then you can begin to see the interesting screenshots of narration as well. Please, he begged me to kill, no tax, you know, very funny. But in the same vein, I just want to really add very quickly, narration, as much as it's not mandatory, I also advise businesses to not overlook it. because in the financial space and even fintech and talking about anti-money laundering, yes, it's not what is going to save you, but it's definitely a supportive document
Guide.
to what you're saying. So it's used in terms of, say, you're adding for additional context to what you're saying you have done, helps during manual reviews or investigation, assist compliance, and even the report you talked about, the STR and SARs, those narration also help in when they're filing it to say, this is what this person says this money is used for. And it also helps to even tell them, should I file this? Because like you said, if you're removing a particular amount of money and certain spike goes there, and you clearly say this is equipment, it also helps the premise of the conversation for when they reach out to you to say, what happened here? And you clearly say, okay, I put it there, equipment. So there's already a basis of honesty that they can build on in their investigation. So for business people especially, even individuals, I know that there are some financial apps right now or even banks that mandate the narration or you can't send out money.
Okay. Short course spell laziness and equals bigger problems down the line, just as ignorance will not protect us from liability.